today I am recreating my first ever public makeup look on YouTube. So enjoy this video because I will probably have more acne than I already do after I take off this makeup. Wow, I look like Shrek. I look green because I just finished color correcting. So this was back then when I had no idea what I was doing. I had just started on makeup and I only had a few makeup products. So this was actually the first primer that I ever got. I actually stole this from my mom and I didn't even know what the hell a primer was. The Mary Kay foundation primer sunscreen, so it has SPF 15. So back then I was very tan. The foundation stick that I used to use as an actual foundation, I now use as a bronzer. Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the shade 235 and now I use 110, so that explains the color difference. Basically, I applied this on my face first as like a layer, like a light layer, and then I applied another foundation after. I don't know why I did that. Oh my god. Yep, that's obviously still my color. Now I used my NYX micro brow pencil and this is in the shade brunette. I'm actually going to try to recreate my old eyebrows. I outlined it with a pencil and then I went in with this. This is the Forever 21 eyebrow kit. Just did a straight line and then I did another line on top like this. Just brush it in. I took the darker color and I added that to my outer part of my eyebrows. This light color I just filled in the inner part because I thought it was lighter. At the time I had dark hair, so right now it looks a little crazy. Wow! So this concealer was actually the old version of the Maybelline Age Rewind. They used to be in a little tube like this, and I also stole this from my mom, except this wasn't an actual concealer. It was a yellow corrector. This is the e.l.f. Professional Concealer Brush, and like I said, my eyebrows were very thin, so I'm gonna go ahead and go over them. Next, I color corrected with that same concealer. Pimples that I need to hide? Yeah, I just went like this. And I blended it with my finger as well. This is a e.l.f. Tinted Moisturizer. And this is the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Foundation. I hate these two foundations and mixing them together makes me hate them even more. I also applied a lot of foundation. Ew, it feels... Oh. I'm pretty sure when I was filming this video, my sister came in and she was like, that is not your color. And I was like, shut up. She was right. Now I use the Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Classic Ivory, which is, again, really... My under eyes, my nose, and my forehead. I blended it out with the e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush, which is also another mistake that I did. Why did I think this was a good idea? Okay, actually the brush is not that bad. I lied. But then I also went back in with the yellow concealer and put more of that under my eyes. I only applied it here. I also used the e.l.f. HD Loose Powder, which is the worst powder I've ever used. It had so much flashback. When I applied the powder, I did like a little edge right here. This is the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. This is actually not mine. This was my sister's, but I fronted like it was mine because she doesn't do her makeup at all. I used the color Stark right here, and I applied it with my fingers. The Real Techniques words came off, but this purple brush, and I went in with this one. It's called Cover. Put that on my crease. I don't own it anymore, but it was one of these little sponge tip applicators. Really old. I don't think they sell this anymore. Avon, which is that cheap ass brand, you know. It's called Classic Neutral Light Duo. And I used this light color and I put that on my lid and my brow bone, and I also highlighted my inner corner with this. And I only applied this on my lid. For contour, I used the e.l.f. Cool Bronzer Kit, which also sucks a lot of ass. I packed on the color and then I drew a line like that. And then I got this Real Techniques brush. This is a multitask brush. And I blended it out. And then I used that same brush to do the rest of my face. used my favorite gel eyeliner. It's still my favorite to this day. This is a Mary Kay Jet Black Gel Eyeliner. Okay, it actually looks pretty accurate. I really love using gel eyeliner because it's just so easy to use. I still have the same white eyeliner as well. This is just by the brand Santee. I don't know. Then I went in with this small paintbrush that I got from Michael's and put that under my eyes. And I applied the CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom Mascara. This is also one of the first mascaras that I purchased. Everybody was asking me where I got these lashes. I got them at this little small store that's in my mall. It's called INVU. I don't think they sell these anymore. And at the time I didn't have this duo lash glue. I actually had the e.l.f. clear lash glue that came with the lashes, which sucked so bad. They're super cute. And then I use my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. I use the L'Oreal Color Rich Lip Liner in the shade Timeless Coral. The most iconic moment in my video.
Talk to me, baby. Tell me what you're feeling.
Yes, I still have that same lip liner. This is still my favorite nude lip liner. e.l.f. matte lip color in the shade Nearly Nude. I think I still... What the heck? Why isn't this working? Ombre effect, which never looked ombre. It just looked like a really light color. Okay, at the time I didn't own any highlighter, so I used this e.l.f. Flawless Eyeshadow Quad thing. It's in beautiful browns. So I just used this top shimmery shade right here. I just put it on the whole bridge of my nose. I applied it on my inner corners as well. And that's it. Wow, that's so attractive. I'm gonna recreate my poses. I'm going to also recreate the Snapchats I did. Bye! I hate myself.